are all too familiar with the idea that we need incentives in order to learn. Conventional schools strongly believe that children need letter A grades, trophies, and gold stars in order to encourage learning. This is the same idea that if children are not learning, that punishments are in order, such as lower letter grades. However, we already know that children from the youngest years are so naturally eager to learn. Angeline Lillard, the writer of Montessori, The Science Behind the Genius, clearly notes that our typical system of teaching children to test is so utterly impoverished in comparison. The Montessori method is gaining a worldwide popularity of parents because of its core educational values and what the method looks like at home. First, I will inform you on the Montessori education, and then we will take a look at what the Montessori method means at home. Let's dive into the Montessori education. Dr. Marie Montessori, an Italian physician, spent her career over the 1900s carefully observing children and thus curating the Montessori method, with the belief that children are capable of initiating learning on their own and have a natural eagerness to discover. She designed learning materials and unique activities that allow children to naturally understand reading, writing, and mathematics. Moreover, some of the core values of Montessori education include independence and coordination, freedom within limits, and self-assessment rather than teacher assessment. Now that you know a little bit more about Montessori education, let's see what Montessori method looks like at home. The Montessori method carefully calls parents to prepare their home environment in order to involve children in daily tasks and routines. Simply put, this is allowing furniture in the household that is carefully placed so that children can access it throughout their routine. There are quite a few differences between a Montessori household and a regular household. One of those is having a small functional kitchen. Let's take a look at my own toddler's. She has functioning water in order to drink from, with a glass, and to wash her hands. She has snacks within this cabinet that she can access herself to prepare on her own plate and eat by herself. As Marie Montessori wrote in her book, The Secret of Childhood, when a child is given leeway, he will at once shout, "I want to do it." Another common characteristic of a Montessori household is the floor bed. I often shock my fellow parents with the fact that my 23-month-old does not sleep in a crib. The Montessori method believes that children need to be able to maneuver in and out of the bed, and that is what a floor bed does in a safe way. She is also aware of her routine in that bedtime means it's for sleep. So that's what the Montessori method calls for. Another note is the self-care station. The self-care station is placed strategically next to the door with a mirror that is at eye level of the toddler, and wipes to wipe their own boogies and food off their face, a brush to brush their hair, and I personally place a few bows so that my daughter can choose if she wants to wear a bow out. This is teaching her personal hygiene habits and that what she looks like when she's entering the public world does matter. Lastly, I want to talk about toys and the learning materials of Montessori method. They are simple and engaging, and there's only so many of them out at one time, and they are clearly organized at toddler level. Here's an example of a Montessori toy. As you notice, it's very simple in design, but simple means that children are able to engage with it. And engagement equals problem solving and strategy development. In addition to the toys is the organization aspects of it. Zahara Kassam, founder of Monte Kids, a world-renowned Montessori curriculum based on subscriptions, notes that bins for toys encourage clutter and too much toys and disrespect for toys. Using the proper materials and furniture suggested by Marie Montessori to help with the care of the home and participate in routine allows children to gain good, healthy habits and spatial awareness along with that responsibility and independence. To conclude, I've talked about how Marie Montessori's observations led to the belief that children are capable of initiating learning given the proper learning materials, environment, and guidance. The core values of the Montessori method include independence, freedom within limits, and self-assessment, which set up the child for discovery and the natural ability to understand math, reading, and writing. Bringing Montessori into the home allows children to participate in the daily task of the family and teaching responsibility and independence. Lastly, the Montessori method allows for teachers and parents to be guides rather than teaching. Thank you.